Number one is clean, and I'm talking about Q-tip clean. The room inside needs to be clean. And you know what? Clean the outside of the house too. That means the decks, the patio, the driveway.
I always say to people, you may be able to tolerate your own dirt, but you cannot tolerate someone else's. Kitchens, bathrooms, floors, closets, neatly organized. We always strive for half full. If you can send the message that you didn't bust out of the space in a closet because it's only half full, maybe a buyer can feel that too.
Number two, clutter-free. That's the biggie, because America's cluttered to pieces. So what we want to see is all that little stuff packed up. Pack up all the little things and have the seller get them out of sight. The clutter eats equity. Okay, so this we don't need. No, we don't need that. This we don't need. No, oh God, there's another ball. Do we need these? We can get rid of this? Right. Okay, so we're starting to narrow this down. Number three is color. See, clean, clutter-free, and color. Now you want the color only in the punch. That would be the punch to the room and the bathroom and the towels, or the area rug, or the bedspread, and in artwork.
What we look toward are pleasing taupes and kind of sage greens and creams. You want personality and warmth, but you want it to be a backdrop for showing off the strength of the house. You don't want it to be a focus on the colors that are on the walls. You would think that when someone comes through a home and sees a paint color that they don't like, that they can oversee that. And I probably would have gone along merrily believing that. One of the first large jobs we did, it was a $1.4 million home, and we happened to be there at the time. The homeowner came in and had a friend who was kind of interested in purchasing the home. And all the feedback that they could give on a $1.4 million home was that they didn't like the colors of the walls in the living room. Now, my belief, first of all, I was glad to be able to be the fly on the wall and hear that, because I do believe now people can't overlook that.
Staging around a focal point gives you the wow factor in a room. This is a great layout, I think, for living, because they've got this great big TV, but the TV's probably going with them when they move. So for buyers coming in, we need to make sure that we make a different focal point than the TV. So what are you thinking?
I think the focal point is the fireplace. This is being sold with the house, so it needs to stay as the focal point. I think that chair just blocks the walkway completely, and it just really looks cluttered in that whole open area.
I think we should try moving the sofa first. It's the biggest piece of furniture, so let's put that facing our focal point and see what happens.
Let's do it.
The sliders are going to help us slide this chair a whole lot easier, so we're not having to lift it and break our backs.
All right, now let's get the sofa. Let's use this little plant stand behind this chair and put a plant on top of it to add some height to this corner. Stage a room for its original purpose. A lot of times people will turn dining rooms into an office, or it'll be turned into a children's playroom. That's great. I like the look of that a lot. It takes the emphasis off the television, but I think this room just feels better, don't you? The focal point then becomes a point of beauty, and everything is geared towards that focal point in the room. Now we might put something else over here, perhaps a mirror or something that's going to give it more dimension or depth to the room.
A little pop of light or color over here might be nice, and you never know how something's going to look until you try it.
Each room in a house has a focal point, or you can create a focal point in it. In a family room, usually it's going to be a built-in wall unit with the television in it, or it's going to be a fireplace. It can be anything that is of architectural interest in the room. And so it's very important that you play that up, because you're selling the space.
And with a little greenery back around it, I like it, but I think it still needs a little something, and I'm not sure what. Maybe a little transition in height.
What do you think?
No greenery.
Okay, we'll try it without the greenery. It's got a good synergy to it now. All right, great job, girls.
This is nice, I like it.
I think it feels so much better. The flow is so much better in here.
The balance as well. Not all the heaviness on this side of the room.
Right. And actually it feels bigger too, even though things are spread out more.
It's important to stage a closet because when people come into a home, they want to know that there's plenty of room for all their things. What we're going to do is take everything out of this closet. It just looks really cluttered and really messy right now, and I don't think that potential buyers are going to be able to see the space. So let's do this. Let's take sides, and Amy, Libby, you take the left side, and Alex and I will take the right, and let's get most of the stuff out, get it into the bedroom, sort it, and then place it back in with probably her things on the left side and his things on the right side. Anything that's on the floor, let's get it out. We can sort it and we can put it back later. What we do when we stage a closet is we walk into the closet and we get a feel for the closet and how that closet needs to look. And we make it very organized. We take out non-current season clothing, and then what we do is we make sure that we categorize the clothes by sleeveless, short sleeve, long sleeve, so there's a graduation of length of clothing going from shortest to longest in the closet.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of coats, so I'm going to go ahead and take those out and get them packed up. Should we start putting the winter things in the boxes since we're going to pack them away anyway?
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
You see more bags. There might be some under here. Yes, there are.
Okay, maybe we could put all the purses in one area so that we can maybe figure out what to do with all of them. Space. People respond to space when they see a well-manicured closet and a well-staged closet.
I think the shelf would be important if we just loosen it up a little and make sure there's just a little bit more space on there, again, just to not have so many shoes cluttering the space. She has a lot of pretty bath things, and I'm just going to put them in the basket here. They're feminine and they smell good. To make the closet smell nice.
When you're staging a closet, I think it's particularly important to pay attention to your target audience. So when people are selling a home, they're oftentimes selling a lifestyle as well. And one secret of staging is to not only stage it so that it looks nice, but stage it so it matches the socioeconomics of the neighborhood. And by putting in Victoria's Secrets, Nordstrom, some of these things, you're selling the lifestyle as well. So there's an emotional connection with not only the buyer, but the seller as well. I think we're about done. I think we did the short sleeves in the front, so the eye's going to draw all the way to the back and see the length of this closet and how roomy it is. And it just looks so much bigger now, don't you think?
Yes.
Hi, we're Kilp and Rebecca Norgaard with RE/MAX Results.
We've been helping people buy and sell homes in the Minnetonka, Lake Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, and Plymouth areas of the Twin Cities for over 20 years.
Contact us today to see what we can do for you.